Okay, so I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna present and analyze King Lear Act 5 Scene 1. First I'm gonna start off by commenting on the author, the publishing year, and the genre. Well, it's written by Shakespeare, and it was written and performed because it was written as it were performed. It was a play created, well, played, if you can say so, in 1603, between 1603 and 1606. We don't really know when precisely. And the genre is a screenplay slash, like, it's made for theater. The main themes are great. I've chosen there are a lot of different main themes in this play, but I'll be focusing on greed, jealousy, love, betrayal, and loyalty. Firstly, I'm going to start off with Edmund. Um, Edmund is he's extremely greedy because um he is the what do you call it? Um, yeah, he's what you would call a bastard. He's born out of wedlock, um, to a very wealthy father and a not so wealthy mother. So he's by his father, and everybody knows that he's born out of wedlock, which means he has a very poor status in society. However, he has a non-bastard brother called Edward, who, as it was, stood to gain a lot more than he himself was because of his status. Edmund was supposed to get a lot of land, supposed to get all this. He got all this pride. He got all these privileges that Edmund didn't have, just because of his mother. So Edmund, he is extremely jealous of his brother, and in his jealousy, he pins him against his father, and he forces Edward to flee in fear of being murdered by their father because he spread a lot of lies about him. Um, and this greed also shows in his this love triangle between Edmund and Goneril and Regan. He confesses his love to both of them during this scene, um, but he only uses them for more power to gain land, for the opportunity to get more power, and in the last, and become king, maybe. Um, which is a little ironic, considering that Goneril and Regan absolutely adore Edmund, and they both love him, and they're willing to kill each other over him, but he is willing to get rid of them anytime possible. And this brings us to Goneril and Regan, where we're going to focus on the just also on the same themes. Because in the beginning of the play, they work together to get as much land as possible, lying to their father King Lear about how much they love them to get all the land. And when they get the land, they completely betray him, and they work together as a team. And you would think that they would but they would continue as a team. But instead, they go against each other in the end. They betray each other in this scene, and because they're both so madly in love with Edmund, and Goneril, who is married to Albany, she even betrays her own marriage in order to be with Edmund, because apparently he is hotter than hot. um, so they betray each other. They betray their marriage, and they betray their entire family over the loyalty and love to Edmund. And then we have Albany, who is Goneril's husband, and he's not really that loyal to the sisters as they would like him to. and this is where the whole the loyalty comes into place because Albany is actually on the side. He's on King Lear's and Cordelia's side, and he receives a letter from Oswald, and he actually talks to poor Tom, who is actually Edward. Um, Instead of catching up to the others, instead of saying no, I wouldn't take a letter, and being loyal to his wife and her sister and brothers-in-law, he goes behind their back and he receives this letter from Oswald, who is on the other side. Um, and in this way, he confirms his loyalty to Lear and yeah, and that he's not loyal and betrays the people that he should be loyal to. Um, and this is just very common throughout the whole play. This greed, this betrayal. Even Lear betrays his own daughter in the beginning, Cordelia, not Cordelia, yes, Cordelia, by banishing her to France and not giving her any land and therefore making her worthless. It's like she's lucky just to have a husband who loves her. Um, so all these themes are um, we can see them presented here in this Act 5 Scene 1, but they're also um, they're also well presented throughout the whole play. So yes,